Hello, friends, and welcome back to Tottenham Hotspur match review. I'm going to be a bit quiet because it's really early here and I have other people in my house, but we're on top of the league. Let me just make sure on OneFootball. Thanks, OneFootball. Yeah, Leicester's still not winning, so Tottenham Hotspur, we're top of the league. Um, you know, this isn't a top of the league performance, this one, but it's a result that matters at the end of the season. And no, I think last year this would have been one of the results that maybe we don't get anything from because we didn't have that extra drive. One of the main things I noticed was instead of getting kind of dispirited and dropping the tempo and whatever, we kept pushing in this game. We When something didn't work, we didn't get frustrated. Okay, we did, but we didn't let it deter us from the game plan, and we just kept pushing. And fair play to everyone. I think it's a very hard thing to instill that. I do think that is part of the mentality thing that Jose talks about a lot. But yeah, no, I couldn't be happier right now. It's the first time since 2014 that we are top of the league. So let's just take a moment to appreciate that. Um, it's just been a really good 2 days if you're an American Spurs fan. Anyways, we let's just go through the players. Right, I couldn't really watch the first like 10 minutes of the game because I woke up a bit late and the game was at 6. So I did my best. I set an alarm. I didn't get up. But anyways, Dyer, I thought if Kane hadn't scored, he would have been man of the match. Beautiful performance from Dyer. I will stand by him till the end of time, really, because he's our best center back. Saying, no, I don't. Maybe Toby is, but he won some very crucial headers. I feel less scared about set pieces with him and Toby. I think aerially they're the two best we got. So beautiful. Toby did really well today. Cut out things, very intelligent. He got a header on target. It wasn't the best, but it was still a shot. Hugo, great save. Was kind of rude to the spot for one of the chances we gave up, but we forgive him for that. Hugo, always steady hands, though. Gotta appreciate Hugo while we have him. And he's not dropping form, of course. Doherty didn't really do a lot until he did. He delivered a wonderful cross to Kane. It was, I mean, yeah, you could argue that the keeper should have come and claimed it, which he should have, but it's still in that sweet spot between the defenders and the goalkeeper, and it was perfect for Kane, and I think he deserves some credit for that. We have to remember this is a guy who was setting up Raul Jimenez, who is very good with his head as well. So you wonder if part of Jimenez's success was with Matt Doherty. I think it was. So hopefully this spurs Matt Doherty a kick on and keep doing well. I hope it does. I think he is a good player. He's not gotten a running start, but he is a good player, and usually he is one to keep the tempo moving, pass quickly, pass directly. We haven't really seen a lot of that yet, but I think it's coming. Reguilon didn't have an amazing game to me, honestly, but got the drive. I thought defensively he was good, really good today. And then he had two shots that were kind of like out of frustration, but I think it showed his determination to win. So fair play. I wouldn't say like anywhere near man of the match, but definitely solid defensively. There were a few blocks he put in where we needed him. Højbjerg did his job yet again. He's just the epitome of this Jose Mourinho team, I think. There's not enough good things I can say about him. He's an amazing player, and I think he is part of that mentality about why we're winning now instead of just drawing these games or losing them. I think he is one of, if not the key part to this team. He's not always amazing. He's not always like putting in a 9 out of 10 performance, but it's just that he never stops, and sometimes he does just inspire people to kick on. So, yeah. Sissoko didn't have an amazing game, did his job. I think the reason we're seeing Sissoko is because he hasn't really done enough to get out of the team, and also Jose really likes the balance of having like another kind of defensively minded player who can track runners on the counter and who is fast and can break that up. And Sissoko is good at that, to his credit. So I don't know. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to really bring in Gio when you're scared defensively. You could say we would just overwhelm opponents like this, but you know, it's whatever. I think Sissoko, still a good player, still useful. I don't think he should start every single game for us like he has been. But once Gio gets fit, I think he can come into the team. Even Mourinho alluded to Ndombele and Gio playing together. So there we go. Ndombele, I think he was key to creating a lot of the chances. Created one for Son that really should have been tucked away. Beautiful flick on early in the game. And then create another chance for Kane, I believe. Just really, really, he's some player. He really is. Again, he wastes possession a bit. He wasn't always on top of his game. But he's getting around. He's putting in tackles, interceptions, etc., etc. He is doing the work, and I'm sure Jose appreciates it. And he is one of the only people who can unlock defenses, and credit to him. He is an amazing player. I always will advocate for Ndombele. Son, I think that's the story of today, is that Son had a bad game. 2 clear-cut chances you would expect him to put away, and he didn't. Yeah, it happens with Son. Good news is he's already on a pretty good streak of scoring, so I think we can forgive him a bit. Gareth Bale didn't do a lot. Very, very creative. There was this one, I think they call it a Trivela pass, where he did the outside the boot pass, and it was almost beautiful. Cut out, sadly. No, he's definitely getting there. Could have scored maybe, but no, he's very creative. I think still a better player than Lucas, obviously, and yeah, I think it was fine to utilize him today. Probably a bit tired, but this lineup kind of screamed, let's get the job done and get to the international break. Kane, man of the match, kept fighting for balls, kept creating stuff, passing well, winning headers, doing everything. Harry Kane is... We just have to appreciate Harry Kane while we have him. He is so good. He is so good. There's that one weak foot cross that was a bit behind one of the players, but it was beautiful. It was he tracks back. He was tracking back in the 90th minute. He is just a fighter, and yeah, I don't know what we're going to do if we don't have Harry Kane. He's our best player, and he's on 7 goals in the Premier League. Let's congratulate him on 150 Premier League goals. He's an exceptional player. Just I mean, he can do everything. He's not always the most clinical. He's not the most clinical I've ever seen him right now. But he's finally getting back to a point where he's having enough shots where it doesn't matter if he's not clinical every single time. It's just that he's clinical enough to make it count, you know? So if he gets more clinical than he is now, which I believe he can because he has been, we're in good shape. Gio came on, did really well, had a chance to score, probably should have scored, is whatever. Lucas, I always advocate for bringing Lucas on against tired legs, beautiful. But more than that, I think Carlos was very key to why we scored the goal. I mean, part of the reason we had such struggle today is we had no space to work in, we had no time to get runners on the ball, and we were trying to pass too directly, giving the ball away, trying to pass too quickly, rushing it, and then running out ideas. I think Carlos being on kind of drew defenders away from Kane and Son and Lucas, and kind of what enabled us to play more direct. Because when it's only Kane in the box, that's kind of like, why are you even whipping a ball in? There's 4 defenders and 1 Kane. But with Vinicius, you just get an extra body in there, an extra presence, and you can finally whip a ball in like we did and score. So, yeah, no, I think more than anything, just being there for Vinicius, fair enough. It was a good substitution. I advocate for it. 4-4 freaking 2, dude. But, yeah, no, I mean, he didn't do amazing things, Carlos. He had that one shot. Probably could have put more power on it, whatever. I think he did his job. He was fine. Got in the box. Big man. I mean, what else can you say? And, yeah, no. I mean, I'm happy with that. Let me check again. Okay, well, we are no longer top of the table. That's okay. Maybe Wolves come back. But for the brief moment that was... I mean, that's just kind of sad, isn't it? But for the brief moment that was, so we can appreciate, we're doing really well this year. We just got to keep grinding out these results. People will say, why are we grinding out these results? I mean, I advocate that all teams in the Premier League are good, really, and they're hard to play against, especially teams like this. They were very aggressive in the first half. They were closing us down, and we were tired. I mean, kind of for a good reason too. So a lot of these players played on Thursday. So yeah, but anyways, that is it for this match review. I'm very, very happy, even though we're second in the league right now. We'll see if that holds. Another FIFA career mode video will probably be out later today. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.